Merry Christmas. My name is Marvin Williams of Marvin Williams Cooking Adventures on Facebook, and you can also find me on YouTube. I'm what some call the singing chef because I love to cook and I love to sing. And so I have people following me on Facebook for one or the other. But today I'm so excited to be in the kitchen with you to show you how to make something that I used to make with my great-grandmother, Big Mama. She would allow me in the kitchen with her during Thanksgiving and Christmas to make sweet potato pies. And we used to make a lot of sweet potato pie mix. We used to make it in an old aluminum dish pan. And she would tell me what to put in, put a little of this, put a little of that, stir. And she would have me to stir for her. But we're not gonna make that many sweet potato pies today. I'm just gonna show you the recipe for one. But I was in the store the other day and they had Arkansas grown sweet potatoes, so I picked up a few. And all I've done now over the years, I've changed a few things that we used to do with Big Mama, but the base of the recipe stays the same. I don't venture too far from that. So all I've done, I do sometimes now peel my potatoes and boil them in water, go ahead and peel them and cut them up and boil them in the water until they become soft. But I'm gonna do it the way Big Mama used to do it. She would put the whole potatoes in a pot and cover them with water and boil them in the skins until they became fork tender. I'm gonna show you how to make the best, the easiest pie crust. It's the one that it's the recipe that I use all the time, okay? Here is my, yes. I know how to make a pie crust from scratch. Do I do it all the time? No. So, for this one, you can just buy the ones that are already in the aluminum pans, or you can just buy one, roll it out, and make people think you made it from scratch. So all I'm going to do is to put this pie crust in a pie dish that I have, pie plate. You can go around if you want to and crimp and make it all fancy. Sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. And this is going to be one of those times I don't. So I'm just going to put the pie crust in the dish and make sure that it's snug all the way around. And that is one of the easiest pie crust that you could ever make, okay? So get a fork. Yep. Fork goes right in. So we're ready. Just run a little cold water over those hot potatoes so that I can handle them without burning my hand, too bad. Okay? Now Big Mama and I would take the time, remove the potato from the skins, and the skins are just going to fall right off. That's my oven. My oven just went off. It's being preheated to 350 degrees. And so we would fill this aluminum dish pan full of hot sweet potatoes and get out the handheld mixer, and we would mix and mix and mix. We'd lift it up to see if there were any strings, because you know sweet potatoes can be stringy, and that's the fiber in them. We'd lift, beat some more, rinse it off, beat some more, rinse off the strings, beat some more, rinse off the strings. Well, I figured out another way we can do that, okay? Just peel the skins off, drop it in the blender. Ha! How easy is that? Okay, I have the hot sweet potatoes in my blender, and while they're hot, I'm going to put in half a stick of butter. All right, it's softened. It's been sitting out for a little bit, but it's going to melt those hot potatoes. Okay. Oh, where's the top? Okay. To that, I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of sweet milk. Well, I mean whole milk. Big Mom would have said sweet milk. To that, I'm going to add a cup of sugar. Of course, you can control the sweetness. I'm going to add the sugar. Let me grab a y'all, no mixing. It just purees all of those strings. So it takes so much time out of this. Now I'm going to add a heaping tablespoon of all-purpose flour and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. I'm going to add some vanilla. Again, my recipes are a guide. Be creative, make it your own. Some people use lemon. You can use whatever flavorings you like, but I'm just doing it the way Big Mama did it. And so I'm going to add a couple of pinches of nutmeg. Some folks like cinnamon, some folks like cloves. I am going to keep it the way Big Mama did it, just vanilla and nutmeg. It is so smooth and so creamy. Look at there. Now I'm gonna get a clean spoon and I'm gonna taste. That's the reason why I hadn't put my eggs in. Y'all look at how creamy and smooth that batter is. Perfect. I don't need any more sugar. Oh, that's good. Vanilla's perfect. I'm gonna add just a pinch more nutmeg. You could put a pinch of salt, but I didn't put any salt because I used salted butter. Okay? So now I'm going to add my eggs. 2 eggs. Pour our pie mixture into our crust, that homemade crust. Okay. The blender did all the work by removing or pureeing those fibrous strings. Okay, I'm just going to throw it in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Well, it's done. 45 minutes in the oven and we have a sweet potato pie that we made in the blender. Oh yes, and it is delicious. I know because I've made it many times. But it takes all the work out with trying to beat it to get the strings out. Just put it in the blender. I like mine chilled with some whipped cream. All right. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.